Hey, so before this video begins, the film you're about to watch took astronomically longer than I thought it would. I thought it would take me a week. It took me a whole month. So I haven't been slacking. This just took a lot of time to make. I hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned to the end of the film because I have something to say. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy. These are moments in time. A couple days back, I was looking at my archive of photos and videos that I've taken over the years, and by that I just mean, pictures and clips that I've taken from my phone or that I've taken from my camera, and not the fancy filmmaking and cinematography or the fancy images with depth of field and really fancy editing. Mostly, what I got to look at were images that candidly represented the past. I came to realize that these are moments in time that could never be replicated again. Not exactly. We will never be in the exact same place at the exact same time, thinking and feeling the exact same things with the exact same people, looking the way that we did at that time. That moment is unique to its own. We live through these moments each and every day of our lives. Most of those that we live through, we eventually forget. That's not to say that we don't remember our lives, but we tend to forget a lot of moments have actually happened to us. And it's interesting too, because at the time, some of these things must have felt like the most important moments in our lives. And yet, years later, we don't even recall when they happened or exactly how it felt. But one way that I've found for myself that has allowed me the privilege of being able to almost travel back in time in my head and relive those moments was through capturing them, either through just a simple photo or a video, or making something else out of it. It's those little moments, it's those glimpses into the past through pictures and videos that allow me to go back and remember and relive what it was like for me at a certain point in time in my life. If it weren't for those images, I wouldn't be able to go back in the headspace of who I was years ago. I find it surreal, and it throws me in for a loop. Whenever I get to see an image that I hadn't seen in a long time, a selfie or a picture with friends, or just this short clip of a place that I went to or an activity that I did, that due to the amount of things that have happened in my life and the people that I've met and the things that I've done with those people and the different places that I've gone through, I had just forgotten that I got to experience. It's odd, because it's not like I ever wanted to forget about those things, and it's not like they were forgettable at all. And it's not even like I did forget them. I didn't. I remember. But they're at the recesses of my mind, and my portal, my gateway, is through the things that I captured. I guess that's why photography and filmmaking is so important to me. It's not about being famous, it's not about making money, it's not about making me or my life or the people around me look good. It's about remembering, it's about expressing, living, taking in the world for myself and taking something from myself to give to the world. For me, I capture a lot of things, and in my mind, they don't have to be fancy, they don't have to be aesthetic or beautiful. Sometimes they just have to be in the moment, and sometimes they just have to be real. And that's all that it takes. Sometimes we get so caught up in defining what's good and what is real photography or real filmmaking or what makes a good shot. Really, you don't have to worry about that so much. Getting too into the weeds of making sure that my photos and my videos are fit for Instagram or YouTube, trying to figure out the perfect angle for something, to hide the imperfections, to make something look as clean as I can, to make sure that everything is primed for an edit and a post for everybody else to see. The truth is, sometimes, when I look back, I end up wishing I took more photos of what was imperfect, of the little mistakes, of what was ugly. I want to be able to look back and see the bad shots that I took. I want to be able to look back and see how messy my room used to be able to see how much my physical appearance has changed over time. I want to be able to preserve and see those imperfections those little moments, those seemingly insignificant things, because I know that when I look back, it'll allow me to be more grateful, because it'll give me a better perspective on seeing just how far I've come. And that, to me, matters just as much as the things that were great. I've caught myself forgetting the reason why I started even doing this was because it mattered to me that I got to capture my life, and that I got to create things that I liked from it. And the thing that I think I need to remind myself of the most is that I need to just capture it with whatever I've got in the moment that I can. So if the only thing that I have is my phone, and I know that it's not going to take the best shot compared to my camera and my other lenses, it's fine. It's what I have, and what matters is that moment. What matters is that I get to preserve that however I can. Because I know that years from now, my future self will be grateful that somehow, even in the simplest way, my past self was able to keep that memory for us. And I think that beats trying to make something look pretty. Because instead of trying so hard to make something look pretty, I got to capture something and keep something beautiful. That matters so much more to me. I'm very grateful to have been able to realize all of these things and to be able to find it in myself that I can relive things in my life just by looking at the things that I captured. I don't know if others are like this. I don't know if anybody else resonates. I don't know if most people would. But I am personally grateful for the fact that I am the way that I am. And for the fact that this thing that I love is not just about making things look good, but just being able to capture life and being able to create something that represents me and what matters to me, even if nobody else gets to see it apart from myself. I'm glad that I have that for me. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I enjoyed making it. If you've ever been a friend of mine and we've had good times and good memories that we shared, whether it was recorded or not, whether it's in this film or not, I'm grateful for the fact that we had that. I also wanted to say thanks to everybody who helped me out in making this film. I couldn't have done this without you guys literally helping me with filming me over the years whenever I'd ask you, and sometimes when I even didn't ask you, and all the pictures that you took of me or that we took together. It obviously means a lot to me, more so now than it ever did back then. And specifically thanks to the people who sent in stuff, like photos and videos from over the years when I hit them up and reached out and just asked if you had any. Mark, Micah, Daniel, James, Ira, Lila, Jezreel, Maine, Sam, Gerald, Patrick, Parker, Kenan, Krunal. I'm sure there's a lot more people that I need to thank to credit for the photos and the videos that I have. Just literally mentally exhausted from working on this thing. I'm really grateful for all of you, whether I named you here or not. So I hope you enjoyed that. I took some special time and care and attention to finishing and creating this film, and I hope that it meant something to you too. If it did, leave a like, subscribe, go share it around. I hope that there are other people that would find meaning in what I created and in the meaning that I found in doing what I do and, well, doing it with you. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I'll see you again soon, hopefully next week. Cheers.